Hey, I'm Kev and welcome back to Monster NRG Supercross 3 and the final triple round event of the season as we're in Houston, Texas. In the NRG Stadium has, who's that giving the muscle in qualifying now? But it actually matters in qualifying now. Got to finish in the top 18 to make sure we make it through to the main events without going into the last chance qualifiers. There we go, big burns. Remember Houston being quite a nice circuit as well to this, and she's normally very good in the triple crown events. So after a fantastic victory last time out in Seattle with the championship lead restored, see if that confidence carries over to here. Those KTM pairs of Cooper Webb and Marvin Muskin. But you also got to watch out for Zach Osborne, who gave up a good fight last time. Is probably the second best rider in the field at the moment with his form. The final rider trying to catch the top three in the championships. Liz in 7th. Would that be good enough though? I'll have to set one more lap here. Just as insurance. Or not. As it's Muskin ahead of Tomac, Webb, Baggett, Plessinger, Anderson, Tracy, Bogle, Stewart, and Barsha ran out of the top 10. So, minute 0.4. This was 2 seconds off that. As we've got Hill, Osborne, Joey, Brayton, Reed, Liz in 60th, makes it through to the main event. Main event, should I say, ahead of the May and Chisholm. So, Ray and Ann Jove, which just missing out, making it through. So they go to the last chance qualifier along with Casey Brennan, rounds out the top 13. Dakota last in the field. So let's have fun in this first one.
The gates for the Monster Energy AMA Supercross and FIM World Championship are about to drop here in Houston. Ralph Shaheen and Ricky Carmichael welcoming you to the last Triple Crown event of the season.
Good evening to everyone. That's right, Ralph. A long main event evening awaits us.
Time to get focused on the track and the battles that lie ahead. The first main event is about to start.
So we go then in the middle alongside Reed and Webb and the May and the Toyota signing to get easily underway. Easy hole shot. Head of Muskin. Webb, Baggett, Stewart in 5th. Or Hill, or 3C, or Bogle. They're batting very hard behind, aren't they? Let's go over the Williams section. No fags waving, but Centre Marshall's just getting some exercise. Oh, did not quite make the tabletop. Makes the second one though. Oh, hello, Baggett. How you doing? As the 4 goes for the dive. He wants to lead across the line. And it's like, so there's going to be leading the way. So remember, 6-minute main events. There's a couple of laps still. As Michael Stewart down there after a good start. Zach Osborne 21st, Vince 3C in 22nd. Did not expect to be saying that. Those two have been on some good form recently, especially Osborne. So that's a failed triple. Should be making those. It sounds like she's still built the gap to Baggett behind. It's got Cooper Webb in 3rd, ahead of Muskin. So a bunch of KTMs, and then has Varno of Anderson in 5th. That number 1 plate that everyone wants. There's now Eli Tommy up there, so it's now just Kawasaki's and KTMs at the top. As this flying away. Wonder what instructions Baggett's got with Webb and Muskin behind. She does a 59 too fast, that by a country mile. As the May rounds out the top 20 in 3C, Gardner in last. She takes that wide line, seems to be a bit better. Oh, just about hits that triple. And that one. And big burn, really carries speed through there. As now Muskin ahead of Webb. Wonder if Kate, I'm going to pull their sources together. Or is it too early to have put all the eggs in the Muskin basket? Have to go for the last couple corners. I remember, I think it was in the West, he battled Dan Fernandez here, former X2 racer. And we've got a former X2 champion, or a two-time X2 champion, if I remember correctly, Marvin Muskin. No, so 250 East champion as well. Old Supercross. Another fellow Frenchman as well, so we might see those parallels play out here, but Muskin's up to second at least. Looks like Baggett's been shuffled down to fifth behind Tomac and Webb as well. As we're in the second half of this opening main event, and no challenge on the horizon at the moment for Liz Elusive. There's Tomac going up to third ahead of Webb. That would really help. Lose out. Eli as well, as he battles in the top 10. Try and battle for the top 5, but we'll see. He's been very up and down this season, much more than maybe expected. Zach also went up into 9th, after being last early on. With a Chad Reed. He's having a decent first main event. It's a legend. Oh, it's ridiculous. Easy triples now. And she's in the flow. You can see Muskin got a bit of a gap to Tomac and Webb, who are battling over that final podium spot at the moment. And looks like Webb's taking it back. You've got Baggett in 5th. Just holding on there over the tabletops. There's all clip both sides of the bridge, but hold on. There's all Justin Brayton into the top 5. Who's gone? Baggett. Baggett out of it. So this could be the penultimate, that. Depends how quick Liz rides it. Anderson 50th, Justin Hill down there. Malcolm Stewart in 21st with Tevin in 22nd. There's a 6-second gap in front. She could maybe afford to slow down and make this the penultimate lap. We'll see. There's Webb up ahead of Muskin now. I'm like in a watching briefing, it's like behind. And this side of Frenchman was having the pace. Now it's back to Webb. He's toing and throwing behind. I thought this would be very close time-wise. Can she afford to slow it down enough? It's close. Oh, not quite. Still got 2 to go. It's Gardner now last behind Tevin. She's getting Kawasaki some extra advertising. Z-team player. As Muskin down to 5th behind Brayton and Tomac. Webb solid in 2nd. So she didn't quite time that right. I was only going across the line with like half a second remaining. Just a touch impatient. So you go hit the triple tabletops, hit the double. Across the massive. Oh, is that a quad? Almost. Almost. It's over the last jump. And the mini whoops. And now the final lap. There's Osborne down tonight behind Chad Reed. Alex Ray ran out the top 10. Ben LeMay the top 20. Got Tevin and then Gardner in last. As it's once again showboating. This time trying to get the Kawasaki some more advertising. Like, she wants to show how good Kawasaki are. I think winning the race also does that. It's back out into the top 5 again. So it was on to the Honda. Brayton. Let's come back round out the top 3. So good job from Eli to at least be ahead of one of the KTMs in this first main event. Of course, it all matters about all 3 of them. So another position taken from Muskin. Well, this does the main job of taking place out of everyone and wins the first main event. As after 8 laps, Liz way ahead of Webb and Co. with the fastest lap as well. Then you've got Tomac, Baggett, Muskin rounds out the top ahead of Brayton, Bogle, Reed, Osborne and Hill. With Anderson in 11th ahead of Barsha, Ray, 3C, Carl Chisholm, Joey, Malcolm Stewart and Plessinger the May. Ronnie Stewart rounds out the top 20 of his, Hasvan, and then Tevin and Gardner. So decent start, remember, Olympic soaring, so 1 for winning, 26 for coming last, it's a bit harsh, and 23 and 21. They did just reverse the points, didn't they? Because you normally get 26 for a win. How have I just realised that? Bloody hell. Anyway, on to the second main event. I hope I won't be as oblivious.
The second main event of the day will begin in a few moments. We are halfway through the evening, and it is essential to perform at the highest level while conserving energy.
That's right, Ralph. The second main event of the day is a race yet to be decided, and the riders will have to save their energy. After this main event, there will be another race session.
So here we go then, the second main event alongside X-Ray and Baggett and Anderson and... Oh, a bit of a slow getaway compared to Baggett, but once again... Kawasaki flies into another hole shot ahead of the KTM, and we've got Anderson actually up to second, and Webb, Alex Ray still up there, Bogle as well. So the usual suspects apart from Ray, and a good start on his Yamaha. And Joey up there in 5th as well, so good start from fellow Kawasaki. So we're taking a tough blow. Oh, I see. Got it, put obstacles in the way. Good thinking that. We'll see if it takes out Webb. I mean, takes out someone. Not targeted at all. It's Muskin in 13th, Tomac in 20th. Having a poor start. Tevin in last already. Right now in Plessinger. So we go over the jumps. That's Alex Ray having a superb outing in his last couple of laps in 5th. Look at Joey up to 3rd. Trying to do the business against Cooper Webb. Jason Anderson on form, 1.5 seconds behind us, but 1.6 ahead of Webb. I'll say 1.7 behind us. As didn't quite push those onto the track on that occasion. As Malcolm Stewart into the top 5 now on his Honda. As Muskin up to 9th, Tomac up to 14th, Vince 3C rounding out the top 20, Zach Osborne down in 17th, Alex Ray down to 21st, he must have gone down. Did the Yamaha man, such a good start. No reward for him. As we've got Tevin in last still. In the last place cafe. Never want to be in that place. But you do get a wooden spoon though. So not sure if he's got some cooking to do tonight as well. It's Justin Barsh up to 4th on his Yamaha. Flying even from nowhere. So no Cooper Webb. Where is Webb? As this is just buggered off into the distance. So it's that 58.1. Enough of that. Muskin in 10th, Tomac in 13th, Reed in 16th. Oh, Tevin no longer last. It's Alex Ray now. From 3rd to last, unfortunately. The Yamaha man. And the May up to 5th. Behind Stewart, who's dropped out. Whoever was 4th has dropped out. And see, heck of a battle going on behind. You can see the stream of riders as we're into the second half of this race. And into the second half of this event. Come on, quad it. Yeah. Just need to get a bit more fancy with the whips and scrubs as well over some of these parts. As Muskin in 9th, Tomac in 40th ahead of Osborne. So Webster in our top 10. As Ronnie Stewart now in last. There's Isvana. Did well just to get through to the main event with Stewart. As Malcolm Stewart up to 3rd now ahead of Barsha. Then Malay 5th. It was Barsha, wasn't it, who dropped out of the top 5 briefly. Jason Anderson still comfortable in 2nd, couple second gap to the Warwind fractions behind. It's all this. Trying to wheelie. Someone should advise it's not the final lap there. As Blake back it up to 4th for the number 4. As I have no idea what that is, or that. As Alex Ray in 20th now, ahead of Tevin. Ronnie Stewart still in last as Kura back into the top 5, but Joey now there. Bar shot to 3rd. Oh god, she's going no down all the time. What has happened to the Kawasaki? This handsome lead might have been gone here with how many crashes in a row is that? Not quite. Still got a good enough lead, but it's not a good sign for the final main event, though, as he keeps making mistakes like this. There's Anderson down to 4th behind Barsha and Baggett. So it says Farner Rider also run into trouble then. We've got the May, Joey, Webb battling for that top 5. Oh, she's just making sure she doesn't mess up like the previous. Oh, I see what she's thinking. 200 IQ. It's through the tough blocks onto the final lap. See, cut off one more lap. As Tevin's back down to last behind Stewart. What are you doing, Tevin? As what I get? What is with that corner? And now Liz is behind Justin Barsha. A Nike victory for the Yamaha rider coming, is there? No. As Baggett up to 2nd. Anderson in 4th, Webb in 5th. But yeah, for Liz, shocking. Absolutely shocking last couple of laps. She's actually down to 5th now. She might not win this now. Baggett might win it, as now Anderson comes with the fisticuffs. Oh no, Baggett down! Barsha will win! From nowhere! As this tries to go around the outside, Barsha says no, and this down in the final corner! Where's she finished? She's a ghost! As Barsha did win after 7 laps. Webb in 2nd, Baggett 3rd. Brayton 4th, Liz in 5th, despite centre fast set by a country mile. Head of the May, Anderson, Osborne in 8th somehow. Joey and Reeve, Muskin in 11th, head of Hill, in a Tomac, Bogle, 3C, Stewart, Garner, Plessinger, Alex Ray in 19th, Chisholm, Stewart and Tevin. So heading into the final race, Webb actually leads. And we've got Liz in 2nd ahead of Baggett. So those 3 fighting for the top spot. You've got Brayton, Barsha, Tomac, Muskin, Osborne, Reed, and Anderson rounds out the top 10 with Tevin in last by a country mile. So that's a turn up for the books. Let's see what happened in the final main event and who will grab the overall victory here in Houston.
Main event number 3 is in the gate. Ricky, The riders are going to have to dig deep to find the strength to get the win.
You're right, Ralph. After 2 high-intensity races, the third event of the evening is waiting for them. They will have to squeeze out all of the energy remaining to not waste the results achieved in the previous races.
So for the final time in Houston, the gates drop and we get underway as alongside Barsha and Brayton. Seems like the Justin committee couldn't quite get a hold, so this makes it 3 from 3. Has got Muskin in second, Webb in third, Anderson in fourth. Well, Tomac up into the top 5. Justin Barsha, a good start or not, he's been shuffled back. Joey into the top 5 now. So we've got to keep it together for all 7 laps, Liz, okay? Not 5, 7. So it's like Tomac up here. So the rear gunner's up here then. No, Justin Barsha's in the top 5 and he's the other. Has got Muskin, Baggett and Webb. So KTM aligned. Now to see the response from Kawasaki with Tomac. And Joey as well, never know. As he's in 7th. Got Chadri round out top 10. Got another top 20. And Brayton and Aaron Pleasant on his Yamaha in last. There's once again taking an alternate line. Just trying to straighten up this run into this rhythm section. And see, he gives... Oh, too much air there. Landed a bit too close to the jump there. He's still leading the way. There's Alex right into the top 5. He's not going away this time. He's on the make-up for that second main event, is he? There's Tomac ahead of Webb. Oh, and Anderson in top 5 now ahead of Webb. Webb stuck in the midfield as Alex Ray now takes that 5th place. So is Muskin given a chance to run away a bit here in second ahead of Baggett. Just 3/10 is the gap at the moment between the two. This is a 101.8. Not the best scrub I've ever seen. This person just stood in last. Behind Chisholm, is it? Oh, Chisholm back for the top 5. Number 11. Alex Ray up to 3rd, in a Baggett. Tomac in 2nd. Frantic scenes behind. Especially halfway mark of this race. Muskin down to 5th. Battling with Webb. Tomac down to 4th now as Baggett back up to 2nd. Alex Ray joining his 7 laps of fame here, maybe. You'll see for the Yamaha rider. Now there's all this down. Tried to take that corner with her face. Probably would have been better on the bike. Tomac in 3rd, Webb in 4th. Oh, there you go. That's how you set up the jump. Justin Barsha rounds out the top 10 now. Justin Bogle in 15th. Gardner then the mate. And Pleasant Joes. This is down with the Mad Bunch here. Down with Tomac. Trying to get past Baggett. Got Muskin and Webb behind in 4th and 5th. You go 3 wide over the jump. Oh, Tomac pushing Liz wide, but that's allowed Baggett to take advantage. Not much of a team close. Tomac as Malcolm Stewart now in 4th on his Honda. Welcome to the party, Malcolm. As Liz takes the lead back from Tomac and Baggett. So there you go, see much better than taking it with your face, that corner. As we're ahead of Muskin now into the top 5 with 2 minutes remaining. So there we go. A couple of scrubs says, oh, Chad reading 21st, never want to see that. Pleasure just stood in last on his Yamaha. Not what Pleasure just done with setup changes or whatever, but doesn't seem to be working. As Muskin back up the 3rd head of Webb. Seems like Tomac's dropped back down behind Stewart. Oh, there we go, that's how you triple that. And into the jumps. Tomac back up to 5th. It's like this has regained her composure after that fall. Oh, couple of falls. Shoot back into the top 5 ahead of Tomac. You can see great back the way down the field as well. It's 58-3 out of nowhere. Or 4, that's just when you need it. Shadweed in 15, Zach Osborne in 20th. The May 21st, Plessinger still in last. What are the Yamahas doing round there? Seems like Barsha having that's Yamaha's only good race out of the 3. That victory in the 2nd main event here. There's Tomac in 4th ahead of Baggett. Muskin back up to 2nd. Got Malcolm Stewart still up there in 4th. And his Honda. So go out of the big burn. Massive jump for the quad. Bit far in the next corner though. Kind of want to land into that burn. Well, kind of burn. It's just in rounds at the top 10. Barsha Reed up to 12th now, having a good run. Osborne still down in 17th. The May up with the 22nd. Looks like Pleasure just finally got his arse into gear. It's a bit late with 2 to go here. It's all weeing again out of that corner. Mess up this rhythm section, just loads of sloppy doubles. As Muskin in 2nd, Tomac in 3rd, Webb 4th, Hogan Stewart in 5th, but even still, there's a line behind. Feel that top 5 still. So they go out of the big burn, into the big jump, just tripling this time. Oh, she almost headbutted that bridge there. Once again, get the tough blocks out in there. And cause the distraction is head onto the final lap. So with Webb down in 4th, Liz is winning overall at the moment. Her teammate is actually doing a number here. She gets more Kawasaki advertising now. But she needs Tomac to hold off Webb on this final lap, and it's just a couple of tenths between them. And I think she might win it anyway. Was Muskin in 2nd, even Webb comes 3rd, like she's won 2 of the main events, Webb hasn't won 1, so. Look at Joey into the top 5. And with Anderson. Bit spread out behind now, you can still see that frantic battle for 3rd though. With Anderson involved. It's coming across the final rhythm section for victory in Houston. Fantastic riding. As once again with a smashing fastest lap, and after 8 laps, Liz wins ahead of Muskin and Tomac, with Webb in 4th, Anderson in 5th, and Joey, Baggett, Stewart, Bogle, Weed ran out top 10 ahead of Hill, Brayton, Plessinger, Friese, Barsha, Zach Osborne down in 16th, not the Triple Crown event he would have wanted. Gardner, Chisholm, Tevin, Alex Rain 20th on his Suzuki. I thought he was on a Yamaha all this time. There's your Suzuki. Then Ronnie Stewart and Ben the Mate on his Honda in last. So, we do win it. Just ahead of Webb. Baggett in 3rd ahead of Muskin. Tomac misses out on 4th just by a point. And they've got Brayton, Anderson, Barsha, Reed, Bogle and Joey, Justin Hill, Zach Osborne in 13th. So actually to that final race, it wasn't too bad, but then that final race kind of scuppered his top 10 chances. In Stewart, Friese, Plessinger, May, Ray, Chisholm, Gardner, Stewart and Tevin. And as you can see from the Triple Crown races, Liz comfortably ahead of Webb. AJ only made it to 1 event. Same for Angelo. Then we've got Muskin. Then you've got Gardner, Stewart and Tevin only made it 1 event. Then it's Anderson. Then you've got Swanson and Dakota made it 1 event. Same for Van Martin. It's Eli Tomac as well. But see, carved the gap between Webb and the rest. So in the championship, after a 6th victory out of 13 races, she extends her lead to 34 points ahead of Muskin, who's just 8 points ahead of Webb now. And then Baggett up to 4 points ahead of Osborne. And Tomac up to 6th ahead of Bogle, still chasing that top 5 is the number 3. We've got Anderson, Brayton and Pleasure around at the top 10. He's got Hill up to 12 ahead of 3C. Chad Reed up to 14th ahead of LeMay. Then gone up a couple of places to 24th. Chase Blackburn up 6 to 31st. Down 6 is Benny Bloss. So you've got Scotty up a couple and Tyler down a couple as well. So got a bit frantic in that second main event, but good recovery in the last one to grab the victory ahead of Webb and virtually one hand on the title maybe.
You can tell these guys have been doing their work during the week. They came into this race fast, strong, and ready to battle.
Once again, Ralph, guys, you're not noticing something? So here we go in that Triple Crown Cup. I think that's one of Ralph's cups he just bought from home, actually. They just painted it black, but it's once on it. As we stay in the south of America, and we head to Nashville, and the stadium of Nashville is outdoors. It's tight. It's pristine parts. It's a bit like San Diego in there. It's like on the beach. I can't quite remember it. So we'll see how this does next time after a couple of bounce back victories on a row. Can anyone stop her to make it a hat trick next time? So thanks for watching and find out then.